I'm seeing on the street. I never thought I'd see the day since when are Latin people scared of heat? When I was a little girl growing up in the hills of Vega Alta, my favorite time of year was Christmas time.
Ask me why.
Why? There wasn't an ounce of snow, but oh, the coquito would flow. As we sang the aguinaldo, the carnaval would begin to grow. Business is closed, and we're about to go. Let's have a carnaval del barrio. Carnaval del barrio. Carnaval del barrio. Carnaval.
Carnaval
del barrio.
Barrio.
Carnaval del barrio.
Barrio.
We don't need electricidad. Get off your butt, avanza. Saca la maraca, bring your tambourine. Come and join the parranda. Hey! Carnaval del barrio. Carnaval del barrio. Carnaval del barrio. Carnaval del barrio.
Me, Danny, I have a question. I don't know what you're cantando.
Just make it up as you go. We are improvisando. La, 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 la. You can sing anything.
Wait, what?
Carla, whatever comes into your head, just so long as you sing.
Oh, my mom is Dominican Cuban. My dad is from Chile and PR, which means I'm Chile Dominican. But I always say I'm from Queens.
Carnaval del barrio. Carnaval del barrio.
Why is everyone so happy? We're sweating and we have no power. You gotta get out of here soon. This block's getting worse by the hour. You can't even go to a club with a friend without having somebody shove you.
Ay, por favor. Vanessa, don't pretend that Usnavi's your friend.
We don't know that he loves you.
Wow.
Now that you mention that sexual tension, it's easy to see. Yo, this is bogus.
Haven't you noticed?
You get all your coffee for free.
Hey, what is up, y'all? I am so glad that you guys are here for today's video. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Tia Joy. Welcome, welcome. It's everyone's a fan. What is up? And if you're new, welcome. I am so glad to see you. As you guys see, today's video is going to be so much fun because I am going to talk about In the Heights. Now, before I go into this dance video review, I need y'all to do something really quick. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, totally subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell so you can be in the know. Airplanes. Wait, I'm blowing the video. So In the Heights, yo, it just released, and so I actually finally went to go see it, y'all. So the first time I first saw the In the Heights movie, I first saw In the Heights. This is not my first time watching it. I watched it, what was it, years ago. I believe it was like back in 2000 in either 11 or 12, and they came to Omaha, Nebraska, and they performed in our Lead Center Theater. And so when I found that they were coming, I never heard of In the Heights, but my friend, she'd heard of it. Catherine. And so she was like, oh, it's such a great play, you're gonna love it. And she like let me listen to some of the music, and I'm like, okay, you know, this is gonna be pretty nice. And then when I went to go see it, yo, I fell so much in love with it. I love the whole theme because it's like a Latin hip hop type feel, and I've never seen something like this before. Like, I've seen other musicals and it's like, ooh, fun, glittery, jazz, da 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 da, all types of stuff. but for a Latin hip hop flavor, I absolutely loved it and fell in love with it. And it was so cool. I was able to take like a master class with some of the dancers, and it was really cool. And we did 96,000, and so it was really, really cool to be able to have that experience. So when it came into a movie, I knew they were going to make a movie. I knew Lin was going to make a movie. But it's all good. It's such a great movie. If you have not seen it, definitely go watch it. I understand that it's in theaters or HBO Max, but I would highly recommend go see it in the theaters. Get back into those theaters, y'all, because it is open. Go watch it. There's a big difference, as you guys been seeing since quarantine and the whole pandemic. There's a difference between watching something in the theater and then watching something on your TV. A huge difference. So go watch it if you have not yet. So I am going to get into some of my favorite scenes from the movie, but first let's talk about some of these characters. And so we have Usnavi, and normally in the play when I saw it, it was Lin who was playing this Usnavi, but for this movie we have Anthony Ramos, and he did such an amazing job doing Usnavi. Like he did, especially finding out how I got the name, but it's really cool. He did such an amazing job. Vanessa, who was played by Melissa Barrera, and she did such a wonderful job too. And you have Nina Rosario. She was which is played by Leslie Grace, and you know Nina, she's more like the woman who is like the good girl, and it's like she made it out of the barrio by going to college, and now you know by her being back, she has her own thinking. Also, for Vanessa, she's trying to get out of the barrio and try to go more downtown. Usnavi, he's trying to get a place somewhere else. And we have Benny, who was played by Corey Hawkins, and it was really interesting because I know some of y'all saw him from Straight Outta Compton and other movies, so to see him in this, I'm like, okay. And he did such an amazing job playing Benny. Like, all of them, like, I didn't even know he could sing, but he killed it. So it's like, I love when you see different people play different roles because you see more gifts that they have in their pocket that we don't really know. So it's really cool to see him in that. We have Abuela Claudia, played by Olga Merdes. We have Sunny, and Sunny is played by Gregory Diaz, and he was hilarious. I absolutely love him. We have Daniela, and she is played by Daphne Rubin Vega, and she was hilarious. We have Carla, who is played by Stephanie Beatriz, and a new person, I don't remember if she was in the play, the stage one, but Kuka, or is it Cuckoo? I think it is Kuka, and who's played by Dasha Polanco, and I don't think I remember her character being in the play. Maybe she's like a new one, because you know when it comes to the movies, they always add an extra character or whatnot. But at the end of the day, like, she did such an amazing job. At the end, like in the end, we have Graffiti Pete, who's played by Noah Catala, and we have Peraguero, and Lynn was able to do that as well. And so I'm going to get to some of my favorite scenes that I love. I do not have videos because this is so new, but I probably will use like pictures to show. There are so many great, amazing dance scenes in here, and the choreographer for this was Christopher Scott, and he did such an amazing job. But I'm going to go a little bit more into who all helped him a little bit later. But yo, the choreography in here was super dope. So my first favorite choreography I love was the beginning. I really like how it had the whole thing of everyone being involved, and especially with them dancing on the street. And there's something about when you see a whole bunch of dancers and you get that sky view and you see all the dancers doing the choreography. It was just amazing just to see them. And not only that, you have people in different different occupations, and they're out on the street and they're dancing, and I just really love that whole street dance. I even like the part where you have Usnavi, he's looking through the window, you can see the dancing in the street through the window. That was super dope, because it's like you see him looking, you don't know what he's looking at, but you see the reflection on the window, which is really sweet. So I really love that scene, and that whole intro is like, it's an amazing intro of like, welcome to Washington Heights, period. So that's my favorite scene. And I had to talk about two of my other favorite scenes, and the reason why I love it so much is because I also love the song. So the first one is 96,000. I love that song. It's so amazing, and when you see it on the stage play, it's like, okay, they're looking at this ticket, looking at this newspapers like, okay, 96,000, this is going to be the numbers for it, and they're all going around like 96,000. But I really love the fact that they made this scene and made it to a pool scene, talking about the lottery ticket of winning 96,000 and who's going to get it. And I really loved how it was the whole change. It was super different, and how they were going to the pool, because in the barrio it's very, very hot. And so they're all at the pool, and I just really love how the whole dance scene and the choreography of them dancing on the side, dancing on the edge where the water is, and you just see different scenes of the whole dance choreography. And I love how they start dancing in the water and start doing their little choreography with that. I even like Vanessa when she was in the center in her little float boat, her little float, and they're dancing like around her and making those shapes in that sky view. Yo, there's something about choreography in the sky view that just brings things even more into perspective, and I absolutely love it. It was super, super dope. It made me like want to go to the pool and just start choreographing. It's like 96,000. Like, I love that song. That song is amazing. But anyway, but I absolutely love that whole thing, that whole choreography. That was really, really dope. My third favorite scene, and there's so many amazing good scenes. Like, there was a scene with let me see, when they did the Latin dance, and I really love that when they're in the Latin club, because you cannot have a Latino you cannot have the Latin culture be done and not have Latin dancing, period. So to see them doing their Latin dance and embracing their Latin culture in the club, I really, really love that, and that choreography was dope too. But going into my third one, my third one that I absolutely love is Carnaval del Barrio. And as you saw in the intro, like, I love that song, and it's just so much fun. I realized also in the song some of the lyrics changed, because if you hear the original, there was some other words that was in there, and they cut out a lot of stuff. But it's okay, because you know, when it comes to making a movie, they have to switch up some of the things in there, which is completely fine. And I thought it was still great at the end of the day. I thought maybe Sonny was, he did a great, I'm not saying the character did, but he did a great job. I really love Sonny. I just noticed that in the play he did just a little bit more. I just remember that. If I can remember that exactly. As far as like, I don't know. It seems like with Sonny, he was a little bit more on the goofy side, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I know with the Sonny in the play, he was a little bit more on the serious side in a way. But he still did a great job. I really love that. I knew that. I believe they used Sonny a little bit more in the play, but in this one, it's like he was like a little back off Justice Coach, even though he was trying to help Usnavi, which was super hilarious. But at the end of the day, he still did a great job. But I also like Carnaval del Barrio, and I really, really love that whole choreography scene where it looks like they're like in the back of like a building, and they're on the street like in a little alley type area and I just really, really love that whole choreography. Yo, I almost cried because I felt the energy, I felt the emotion, I felt like everything is like, oh my gosh, like this is so amazing, and I just love that song so much. And just to see the choreography and seeing them just like, I just felt everything. Like, I felt like they were really embracing and celebrating their culture in this whole scene. Especially when you see Usnavi, he's on the table, and like, I love, he's like, we're gonna raise our voice tonight, like, let's go. Like, yo, Anthony Ramos did such a great job doing Usnavi. Like, I felt him when he was on that table speaking and letting them know that we're gonna raise our voice tonight. Like, just let him know what is up, and just hearing the power within his words and feeling how he was feeling, and everyone else around him. Like, yo, like, we're like, let's have a Carnaval de Barrio. Like, we're gonna have some fun up in here, you know. And I just super felt the energy of everyone in that scene, and it just makes you want to get up and start dancing and just having a great time. And I just really love that scene. I also like the scene between Nina and Benny, and I'm just gonna keep it right there because that whole scene was really, really dope, of them dancing on the building, which was absolutely amazing study. And you could really tell, like, even with going back to 96,000, they were really taking advantage of like the digital side of like adding graphics and effects and stuff, which was really, really cool. And I just really love the whole thing. But overall, this movie was so amazing. Like, I really, really loved it a lot, and I knew it was already gonna be like amazing since the moment I found out that they were doing a movie because it's such a great representation of the Latin culture. Do you remember like watching, like not watching but looking, and I guess there was some criticism on the movie because evidently some people from Washington Heights were having a little issue because of colorism, saying how there wasn't a lot of Afro Latinos in there, and the only person that was really like in a representation of that was Leslie Grace. So, you know, tell me what you guys think about that, because one thing that I definitely know when it comes to especially movies, it's just very important, you know, that everybody be represented, and especially if it's like that culture. And I know Lynn, he did a little apology about that because evidently he missed that, but it's okay. You know, I'm not hating on him because at the end of the day, sometimes you get so caught up in, you know, creating something great and amazing that you have a little hiccups, and it's all good. Like, there's no, you know, no hate on you, Lynn. You still did such an amazing job. Even though that was that one thing, if you guys feel like there was a little bit more, you know, go ahead and put it in the comments, let me know, because it's like, I just want to know how y'all felt about the movie, period, because I loved it. Like, I thought it was great. And so I even got to see, you know, just to see Corey Hawkins in here, and you know, I saw a lot of African Americans, so that was cool too, because sometimes you just never know, like especially when it comes to African Americans being casted in movies, like you just never know if they're going to be in there or not. And so, because I do remember on the stage play, like for Benny, I remember Benny was light skinned, so for him to be dark, a little bit darker African American in this, I thought that was cool. So it's like, yo, dope. But you know, I just thought it was just all good, in my opinion. I just learned a lot about the lesson I learned is just about community, and about like definitely community, because they were really like a super deep community. And like even with Nina, she was like, stop, she's like, let me just listen to my street. And it's just so beautiful because it's like everyone like knew each other, but they were like there for each other. They didn't let not one person go down. They were there to help each other out, and it just really shows that how important it is for us to be together as a community, even the dance community, to support one another, be there for one another, not get into this place of, ooh, I'm better than you and you're whack, and you know, type thing. No, like we should be able to celebrate each other's differences, celebrate each other's talents, gifts, like. And that's the thing that I'm doing right now, and I absolutely love. I love getting props and credit to all the dancers. Like, even though they are where I wished I was, I'm not going to sit there and hate on them and say, oh my gosh, they weren't all that good, I wish I was in there, and I could, because I could do it better than them. Like, nah, like I'm celebrating people. I'm celebrating the whole dance community, because at the end of the day, when they're out there representing, like that's me with them. You know, and so I celebrate everyone in whatever they have, because I just think it's important that we all do that as a community. And also family is super important too. And I love how they love Abuela Claudia, and even though she had her situation, like she was able to be there for everybody on the block. And so it's just all about community and how important it is. And it really shows how we should really stand up and really dig deep, a little bit deeper into that, because at the end of the day, we all trying to be successful, but we can't put each other down just to make ourselves feel better. You know what I mean? And so that's all I gotta say. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear. And so that's all that I have. So I just want to say thank you to all the dancers. You all did such a phenomenal job of bringing this whole movie to life. Even the main characters, all of y'all, like everybody, like John and Chu, like everybody did such an amazing job. Everyone that was on the project, from the editors to the producers to the directors, like all of y'all did a phenomenal job in this movie. But you know me, I gotta go right back to the choreographers. So Christopher Scott, as I mentioned, he was the choreographer, and the associate choreographer with him was Ebony Williams, Emilio Dozo, and we have Dana Wilson. And the associate Latin choreographers for the Latin dances was Eddie Torres and Princess Sorana. And so all of y'all did such a phenomenal job. And the person who's the choreographer PA was Megan McFerrin. And so all of y'all, the choreographers, everybody, I'll list all the dancers, literally all the dancers. And yo, there's a list, and I will name each and every one of y'all in my Dancers Hall of Fame, plus the choreographers. And yo, if you see a name in there, definitely go and give them a high five. Give them some claps. Go to their Instagram page, their Facebook, whatever social media. Give them a high five. Let them know that you saw them. They did such an amazing job. It was so cool because some of the dancers that I saw in there, like I already knew them. So it's like, yo, this is so dope. Like some of the people I know is in this, and I can see them that they're doing the choreo. They did it. Like, yo, go show them some love. Every single one of them. If you are in the dance community and you have friends who are a part of it and who did it, definitely go show them some love. If you know some of the choreographers, go show them some love, y'all. Don't sit back and be like, oh, that movie was dope. No, go to them in their social media and let them know you love them, you appreciate them, and you are honoring them for their hard work of this. Even though this was supposed to be released in 2020, and I was looking forward to it, but it got postponed to this year. And yo, definitely go and support. Most definitely. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, and also subscribe to this channel, plus hit the bell so instantly you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And not only that, when you leave this video, don't forget not only to make good choices but wise choices.